What if everything you've ever known about reality is just the surface of something far deeper and more mysterious? What if the universe itself holds secrets about consciousness that we've only begun to scratch? Imagine a world where the boundaries of space, time, and even your own mind are not what they seem. This is not science fiction. This is the frontier of some of the most fascinating theories about the hidden dimensions of consciousness. Today, we're diving into a realm where science meets the unknown, exploring 30 mind-bending theories that suggest our universe is far more complex than we've ever imagined. From the idea that our reality might be a hologram projected from higher dimensions, to the possibility that your consciousness could exist in parallel universes, these theories challenge everything we think we know about existence. Hidden dimensions, often discussed in physics and metaphysics, might hold the key to understanding how consciousness operates beyond the limits of our three-dimensional world. Could these dimensions be the missing link between the physical universe and the mysteries of the mind? As we journey through these theories, you'll discover how concepts like quantum entanglement, the multiverse, and even ancient wisdom might reveal a deeper connection between you and the cosmos. So, are you ready to explore the unknown, to question the very fabric of reality and uncover the secrets that might lie just beyond our perception? Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you'll see the universe and your place in it in a whole new light. Let's begin. Now, let's step into the first theory, one that might completely reshape how you see the world around you. Imagine this: what if the universe we live in is not as solid and tangible as it seems? What if it's more like a hologram, a projection of something far more complex and multidimensional? This is the essence of the holographic universe theory, a mind-bending idea that suggests our reality is not the ultimate truth but rather a kind of illusion, a projection from higher dimensions. At the heart of this theory is the idea that everything we perceive, the stars, the planets, even the chair you're sitting on, might be a kind of cosmic mirage. Just like a hologram which creates a three-dimensional image from a two-dimensional surface, our universe could be a projection of information encoded on a distant, higher dimensional boundary. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. Consciousness might be the key player in this process. According to this theory, our minds don't just observe reality, they actively participate in shaping it. In other words, the universe might not exist in its full form until it's observed or experienced by a conscious being. Think about it this way: if the universe is a hologram, then what we see, touch, and feel is just the surface layer of something much deeper. The true nature of reality could be hidden in dimensions beyond our perception, dimensions where space and time as we know them don't apply. This theory challenges the very foundation of how we understand existence, suggesting that the physical world is just one layer of a much richer, more complex reality. So, what does this mean for us? If the holographic universe theory is correct, then our consciousness isn't just a byproduct of the brain, it's a fundamental part of the universe itself. It's a bridge between the physical world and the hidden dimensions that might hold the true nature of reality. This idea opens up incredible possibilities, from the way we understand our place in the cosmos to the potential for unlocking new dimensions of awareness. As we move forward, keep this theory in mind. It's not just a scientific concept, it's a doorway to reimagining everything we thought we knew about the universe and our role within it. And with that, let's dive deeper into the next theory, where we'll explore how string theory's extra dimensions might intersect with the mysteries of consciousness. Now, let's take a step further into the unknown, where science and philosophy intertwine in the most unexpected ways. String theory, one of the most ambitious frameworks in modern physics, proposes that the universe isn't just made up of the three spatial dimensions we experience, length, width, and height, but rather, it could have as many as 10 or even 11 dimensions. These extra dimensions, hidden from our everyday perception, might hold the key to understanding not just the fabric of reality, but also the nature of consciousness itself. At its core, string theory suggests that the fundamental building blocks of the universe aren't particles as we once thought, but tiny, vibrating strings. These strings oscillate at different frequencies, giving rise to everything we see, from the smallest particles to the vastness of galaxies. But here's where it gets truly fascinating. These strings don't just exist in the dimensions we're familiar with. They vibrate in higher dimensional spaces, spaces that are curled up or compactified, far too small for us to detect directly. So, what does this have to do with consciousness? Some theorists propose that consciousness might not be confined to the three-dimensional world we perceive. Instead, it could exist in these higher dimensional spaces, interacting with the universe in ways we can't yet fully comprehend. Imagine consciousness as a kind of multidimensional phenomenon, a force that extends beyond the limits of our physical reality. In this view, our awareness isn't just a product of the brain, it's a fundamental aspect of the universe, woven into the very fabric of these hidden dimensions. This idea opens up a world of possibilities. If consciousness exists in higher dimensions, it could explain phenomena that seem to defy our current understanding, like intuition, precognition, or even the interconnectedness of all living things. It suggests that our minds might be tapping into a deeper layer of reality, one that transcends the boundaries of space and time. But how could we ever prove this? While string theory remains a theoretical framework, it offers a tantalizing glimpse into the potential relationship between consciousness and the cosmos. If we could one day detect these extra dimensions or find evidence of their influence on our reality, it might revolutionize not just physics, but our understanding of what it means to be conscious beings. As we continue this journey, keep in mind that string theory isn't just about the physics of the universe, it's about the profound connection between the physical and the metaphysical, between the seen and the unseen. And with that, let's turn our attention to the next theory, where we'll explore how the multiverse might hold parallel versions of our own consciousness, waiting to be discovered. Now, let's venture into a concept that stretches the boundaries of imagination, the multiverse. This theory suggests that our universe might not be the only one. Instead, it could be just one of countless universes, each with its own unique set of physical laws and realities. But what if, within this vast multiverse, there are parallel versions of us, parallel minds, each experiencing a different version of existence? The idea of the multiverse isn't just science fiction. It's a serious hypothesis in physics, often tied to theories like string theory and quantum mechanics. According to this view, every decision we make, every path we take could spawn a new universe where a different choice was made. In one universe, you might have chosen a different career. In another, you might live in a world where history unfolded in an entirely different way. And in each of these universes, there's a version of you, a parallel consciousness experiencing that alternate reality. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. If these parallel versions of ourselves exist, could they be connected in some way? Some theorists propose that consciousness itself might be a bridge between these universes. Imagine your awareness as a thread weaving through the multiverse, connecting all the different versions of you. This could explain phenomena like déjà vu, where you feel like you've experienced something before, or even the sense of intuition, where you seem to know something without knowing how you know it. What's more, if consciousness is multidimensional, as we explored earlier, it might not be limited to just one universe. Instead, it could span across multiple realities, allowing us to tap into the experiences of our parallel selves. This idea challenges our understanding of identity and selfhood. Are we truly singular beings, or are we part of a larger, interconnected web of consciousness that exists across the multiverse? Of course, the multiverse theory is still speculative, and proving its existence remains one of the greatest challenges in science. But if it's true, it could fundamentally change how we see ourselves and our place in the cosmos. It suggests that our consciousness might be far more expansive than we ever imagined, reaching beyond the confines of our universe and into the infinite possibilities of the multiverse. As we move forward, let's explore how quantum entanglement might further deepen our understanding of consciousness and its potential connections across dimensions. Could the strange behavior of particles at the quantum level hold clues to the interconnectedness of all things? Let's find out. Now, let's take a closer look at one of the most fascinating phenomena in quantum physics, quantum entanglement. This strange and mysterious behavior of particles has puzzled scientists for decades, but it might also hold the key to understanding how consciousness could be connected across dimensions. Quantum entanglement occurs when two particles become linked in such a way that the state of one instantly affects the state of the other, no matter how far apart they are. This connection defies our everyday understanding of space and time, suggesting that there's a deeper layer of reality at play. Some theorists propose that this phenomenon isn't limited to particles, it might also apply to consciousness. Imagine if our minds, like entangled particles, are connected across dimensions. This could mean that your consciousness isn't just confined to your brain or even your universe. Instead, it might be part of a vast, interconnected network of awareness that spans multiple dimensions. In this view, every thought, every experience could ripple through this network, influencing other versions of yourself or even other conscious beings in ways we can't yet fully comprehend. This idea aligns with the concept of a unified field of awareness, where consciousness isn't isolated but deeply interconnected. It suggests that the boundaries we perceive between ourselves and the world around us might be illusions. Instead, we could all be part of a single, expansive consciousness that exists beyond the limits of space and time. Think about moments when you felt a deep connection to someone, even when they're far away. Or times when you've had a sudden insight or intuition that seemed to come from nowhere. Could these experiences be glimpses of this unified field, where consciousness transcends the physical world and taps into something much larger? While this theory is still speculative, it opens up incredible possibilities for understanding the nature of consciousness. If quantum entanglement can link particles across vast distances, why couldn't it also link minds across dimensions? This idea challenges us to rethink not only what consciousness is but also how it might operate on a cosmic scale. As we continue to explore the mysteries of the universe, let's turn our attention to another intriguing theory, the simulation hypothesis. Could our reality be a carefully constructed simulation? And if so, what role does consciousness play in this grand design? Let's dive in and find out. Now, shifting our focus to a theory that feels like it's straight out of a science fiction movie, the simulation hypothesis. This idea suggests that our entire universe, including everything we see, feel, and experience, might be an incredibly advanced simulation. Think of it like a video game but on a cosmic scale. And just like a game needs code to run, some theorists propose that consciousness could be the very code that powers this simulation. At its core, the simulation hypothesis raises a profound question. What if reality as we know it isn't real at all? Instead, it could be a carefully constructed program designed by an intelligence far beyond our understanding. If this is true, then our consciousness, the way we perceive and interact with the world, might not be a product of the simulation but rather the mechanism that makes it work. In other words, consciousness could be the operating system of this simulated reality. This theory also opens up fascinating possibilities about hidden dimensions. If our universe is a simulation, then the dimensions we experience, length, width, height, and time, might just be the surface level. There could be deeper layers of code or even entirely separate dimensions that exist outside our perception. These hidden dimensions might be where the programmers reside or where the rules of our reality are written and maintained. Imagine if consciousness is the bridge between these dimensions. It could mean that our thoughts, emotions, and awareness are not just byproducts of the simulation but essential components that keep it running. This would also imply that our ability to question reality, to dream, and to imagine could be more than just human traits. They might be features of the simulation itself, designed to explore and expand the boundaries of this constructed world. But what does this mean for us? If we're living in a simulation, does it change how we view our existence? Some argue that it doesn't matter whether reality is real or simulated. What matters is the experience. Others suggest that understanding the nature of the simulation could give us the tools to manipulate it, potentially unlocking abilities or knowledge that seem impossible by our current understanding of physics. As we ponder these ideas, it's worth considering how the simulation hypothesis ties into the broader exploration of consciousness and hidden dimensions. If consciousness is the code, then it might hold the key to unraveling the mysteries of the universe, or at least the simulation we call home. With this mind-bending theory in mind, let's turn our attention to another intriguing concept: the Akashic Records. Could there be a higher dimensional repository of all knowledge and consciousness? Let's explore this ancient idea and its connection to universal awareness. Now, let's step into a concept that feels almost mystical yet deeply rooted in the exploration of consciousness: the Akashic Records. Imagine a vast, infinite library, but instead of books, it holds every thought, every experience, and every piece of knowledge that has ever existed. This is the essence of the Akashic Records, often described as a higher dimensional repository of all consciousness and information. The idea of the Akashic Records originates from ancient spiritual traditions, particularly in Hinduism and Theosophy, where it's believed to be a cosmic database that transcends time and space. Think of it as a universal hard drive, storing the collective memory of every being, every event, and every moment in existence. But here's where it gets fascinating. This repository isn't just a passive storage system. It's said to be alive, constantly updated and accessible to those who can tap into it. So, how does this connect to consciousness? If the Akashic Records exist in higher dimensions, then consciousness might be the key to accessing them. Some theorists suggest that our minds, when in certain states like deep meditation, lucid dreaming, or even during moments of profound intuition, can connect to this universal database. It's as if our consciousness acts like a receiver, tuning into frequencies beyond our ordinary perception to retrieve information from this cosmic archive. This theory also ties into the idea of universal awareness. If the Akashic Records contain all knowledge, then every individual consciousness might be a fragment of this greater whole. In other words, our personal experiences and insights could be tiny threads woven into the vast tapestry of universal consciousness. This would mean that the answers to life's biggest questions about existence, purpose, and the nature of reality might already be stored in this higher dimensional library, waiting for us to access them. But what does this mean for us in practical terms? If the Akashic Records are real, then the potential for growth and understanding is limitless. Imagine being able to access the wisdom of ancient civilizations, the insights of great thinkers, or even the experiences of beings from other dimensions. It could revolutionize how we learn, create, and evolve as a species. Of course, this theory also raises questions. Who or what created the Akashic Records? Are they a natural phenomenon, or were they designed by some higher intelligence? And if they exist, how can we reliably access them without falling into the trap of wishful thinking or imagination? These are questions that continue to spark debate among scientists, philosophers, and spiritual seekers alike. As we reflect on the Akashic Records, it's clear that this theory offers a profound perspective on the interconnectedness of consciousness and the universe. It suggests that our individual awareness is part of something much larger, a cosmic network of knowledge and experience that transcends the boundaries of time and space. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to another intriguing dimension of consciousness, the fifth dimension, and how it might influence our perception of time. Could time itself be a construct of higher dimensional reality? Let's explore this next. Now, let's shift our focus to a dimension that challenges our very understanding of time, the fifth dimension. While we're accustomed to thinking of time as a linear progression past, present, and future, what if time is far more fluid and multidimensional than we realize? This is where the fifth dimension comes into play, offering a radical perspective on how time and consciousness might intertwine. In our everyday experience, time feels like a straight line moving steadily forward. But in the context of higher dimensions, time could be more like a vast, interconnected web. The fifth dimension, often theorized as a realm beyond our familiar four dimensions of space and time, might allow for a completely different way of experiencing and perceiving time. Imagine time not as a river flowing in one direction, but as a landscape where past, present, and future coexist simultaneously. Some theories suggest that in the fifth dimension, time is not a fixed construct but a malleable one. This means that events we perceive as linear might actually be happening all at once, with our consciousness acting as a filter that organizes them into a sequence. Think of it like watching a movie. From our perspective, the story unfolds scene by scene, but the entire film exists as a whole. Similarly, in the fifth dimension, all moments in time might exist together, with our awareness only able to perceive them one at a time. This idea has profound implications for consciousness. If time is a construct of higher dimensional reality, then our perception of it could be shaped by the limitations of our current dimensional awareness. For instance, near-death experiences and certain altered states of consciousness often report a sense of timelessness, where past, present, and future blend into a single, unified experience. Could this be a glimpse into the fifth dimension, where time as we know it dissolves into a more fluid and interconnected reality? Moreover, the fifth dimension might also explain phenomena like precognition or déjà vu. If all moments in time are accessible in higher dimensions, then it's possible that our consciousness occasionally taps into this broader framework, allowing us to perceive fragments of future events or relive moments from alternate timelines. This would mean that our sense of time is not just a product of our brains but a reflection of our multidimensional existence. But how does this connect to the bigger picture of consciousness? If the fifth dimension influences our perception of time, then it could also shape how we experience reality itself. Our linear understanding of time might be just one way of interpreting a much more complex, multidimensional universe. This opens up the possibility that expanding our consciousness could allow us to perceive time in entirely new ways, unlocking insights and experiences that are currently beyond our reach. As we ponder the fifth dimension and its relationship to time, it's clear that this theory challenges us to rethink not just how we experience the world, but how we define reality itself. Could time be a construct of higher dimensional consciousness? And if so, what does that mean for our understanding of existence? With these questions in mind, let's turn our attention to another fascinating concept, the zero-point field, a quantum phenomenon that might serve as the foundation for consciousness itself. What if the very fabric of reality is alive with energy and information waiting to be tapped into? Let's explore this next. Now, let's dive into a concept that lies at the very heart of quantum physics, the zero-point field. This mysterious phenomenon is often described as a quantum vacuum, a sea of energy that exists even in the complete absence of matter or light. But what makes the zero-point field so fascinating is its potential connection to consciousness itself. Could this invisible, omnipresent energy field be the foundation upon which our awareness is built? Let's explore this intriguing possibility. The zero-point field is not empty, as the term vacuum might suggest. Instead, it's teeming with fluctuations of energy, tiny vibrations that occur at the smallest scales of existence. These fluctuations are so fundamental that they are thought to permeate all dimensions, from the familiar three-dimensional space we inhabit to the hidden dimensions we've been exploring. In essence, the zero-point field is everywhere, a constant hum of energy that underlies the fabric of reality. But how does this connect to consciousness? Some theories propose that the zero-point field might act as a kind of universal information network, a medium through which consciousness operates. Imagine it as a vast, interconnected web where every thought, every sensation, and every experience is encoded as a ripple in this quantum sea. If this is true, then consciousness might not be confined to the brain but could instead be a property of the universe itself, emerging from the interactions within the zero-point field. This idea aligns with the notion that consciousness is not just a byproduct of physical processes but a fundamental aspect of reality. Just as the zero-point field is present in all dimensions, consciousness could also exist across multiple planes of existence, transcending the limitations of space and time. This would mean that our individual awareness is just one expression of a much larger, interconnected consciousness that spans the cosmos. Moreover, the zero-point field might explain phenomena like intuition, telepathy, or even the sense of interconnectedness that many people report during deep meditation or spiritual experiences. If consciousness is rooted in this universal energy field, then it's possible that we are all subtly connected, sharing information and experiences beyond the boundaries of our physical bodies. This could also provide a scientific basis for the idea of collective consciousness, where the thoughts and emotions of individuals influence the whole. But the implications go even further. If the zero-point field is the foundation of consciousness, then it could also hold the key to understanding how consciousness interacts with the hidden dimensions we've been discussing. For instance, the field's fluctuations might create pathways or bridges between dimensions, allowing consciousness to traverse these realms in ways we are only beginning to comprehend. This could explain why certain altered states of consciousness, such as those induced by meditation or psychedelics, often feel like journeys into other dimensions. As we consider the zero-point field and its potential role in consciousness, it's clear that this theory opens up a world of possibilities. Could this quantum vacuum be the missing link that connects our awareness to the hidden dimensions of the universe? And if so, what does that mean for our understanding of reality and our place within it? These questions invite us to rethink not just the nature of consciousness but the very fabric of existence itself. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to another compelling idea: the observer effect in higher dimensions. How might our consciousness shape reality across multiple planes of existence? Let's explore this next. Now, let's shift our focus to a fascinating concept that bridges quantum mechanics and the mysteries of higher dimensions: the observer effect. In the quantum world, the observer effect suggests that the act of observation itself can influence the behavior of particles. For example, in the famous double-slit experiment, particles behave differently when they are being watched compared to when they are not. But what if this phenomenon isn't limited to our three-dimensional reality? What if the observer effect extends into the hidden dimensions we've been exploring, allowing consciousness to shape reality across multiple planes of existence? At its core, the observer effect challenges our traditional understanding of reality. It implies that consciousness isn't just a passive observer but an active participant in the creation of the world around us. In the context of higher dimensions, this idea takes on even greater significance. If consciousness can influence particles in our familiar three-dimensional space, could it also interact with the fabric of reality in dimensions beyond our perception? Some theories propose that higher dimensions might amplify the observer effect, creating a more profound connection between consciousness and the universe. Imagine a scenario where our awareness isn't confined to the physical world but extends into these hidden dimensions. In such a reality, the act of observation could trigger changes not just in our immediate environment but across multiple planes of existence. This would mean that consciousness isn't bound by the limitations of space and time but operates on a much grander scale, influencing the very structure of the cosmos. It's a mind-bending idea that suggests our thoughts and perceptions might ripple through the universe in ways we can't yet fully comprehend. This concept also raises intriguing questions about the nature of reality itself. If consciousness plays a role in shaping higher dimensional spaces, then the universe might be far more malleable than we've ever imagined. It could mean that the boundaries between dimensions are not fixed but fluid, shaped by the collective awareness of all conscious beings. This idea aligns with theories of a participatory universe, where reality is co-created by the observers within it. Moreover, the observer effect in higher dimensions could provide a framework for understanding phenomena like synchronicity, where seemingly unrelated events align in meaningful ways. If consciousness is influencing multiple dimensions simultaneously, then these synchronicities might be glimpses of a deeper, interconnected reality. They could be signs that our awareness is tapping into a larger cosmic order, one that transcends the limits of our everyday experience. As we explore this theory, it's worth considering how altered states of consciousness, such as those experienced during meditation or psychedelic journeys, might offer insights into the observer effect in higher dimensions. In these states, individuals often report a heightened sense of connection to the universe, as if they are perceiving reality on a deeper level. Could these experiences be evidence of consciousness interacting with hidden dimensions, shaping reality in ways that are normally beyond our reach? The implications of this theory are profound. If the observer effect extends into higher dimensions, then consciousness might be far more powerful than we've ever realized. It could mean that our awareness is not just a product of the universe, but a force that actively shapes it, weaving together the fabric of reality across multiple planes of existence. This idea invites us to reconsider not only the nature of consciousness, but also our role in the cosmos. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to another intriguing concept: the role of dark matter and dark energy in the hidden dimensions of consciousness. How might these mysterious forces interact with our awareness on a cosmic scale? Let's explore this next. Now, let's venture into one of the most enigmatic aspects of the cosmos: dark matter and dark energy. Together, these mysterious forces make up about 95% of the universe, yet they remain invisible and largely unexplained. But what if their influence extends beyond the physical realm? What if dark matter and dark energy play a role in the hidden dimensions of consciousness? To begin, let's consider dark matter. This unseen substance doesn't emit, absorb, or reflect light, making it impossible to detect with traditional instruments. Yet, its gravitational effects are undeniable, holding galaxies together and shaping the large-scale structure of the universe. Some theories suggest that dark matter might exist in higher dimensions, interacting with our three-dimensional reality in ways we can't directly observe. If consciousness also operates across these hidden dimensions, could dark matter serve as a bridge between the physical and the non-physical? Could it be the medium through which consciousness influences the fabric of reality? Similarly, dark energy presents another layer of mystery. This force is responsible for the accelerated expansion of the universe, pushing galaxies apart at an ever-increasing rate. Unlike dark matter, which pulls things together, dark energy seems to work in opposition, driving the cosmos toward greater separation. In the context of hidden dimensions, dark energy might represent a kind of cosmic tension, a force that not only shapes the physical universe but also influences the flow of consciousness across dimensions. Imagine if dark energy creates ripples in higher dimensional spaces, affecting how awareness interacts with reality on a fundamental level. Together, dark matter and dark energy could form a dynamic interplay that shapes both the universe and consciousness. Dark matter might provide the structure, anchoring consciousness within the hidden dimensions, while dark energy drives the expansion, allowing awareness to explore and evolve across multiple planes of existence. This duality could explain why consciousness seems so deeply connected to the cosmos. It's not just a product of the universe, but an integral part of its unfolding story. This idea also opens the door to understanding phenomena like intuition or sudden insights. If consciousness is influenced by dark matter and dark energy in higher dimensions, then these mysterious forces might be the source of our deepest thoughts and inspirations. They could be the unseen currents guiding our awareness, connecting us to a larger cosmic intelligence that operates beyond the limits of our perception. As we ponder these possibilities, it's worth considering how this theory might change our understanding of the universe and our place within it. If dark matter and dark energy are not just physical phenomena, but also fundamental to the nature of consciousness, then the cosmos becomes a living, interconnected system. It's a vision of reality where the seen and the unseen, the physical and the non-physical, are deeply intertwined, shaping each other in ways we are only beginning to grasp. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to another fascinating concept, the Mandela effect and its potential connection to dimensional shifts. Could this phenomenon be evidence of consciousness moving between alternate realities? Let's explore this next. Now, let's shift our focus to a phenomenon that has sparked countless debates and theories, the Mandela effect. This intriguing concept revolves around collective memories that seem to contradict recorded history. For example, many people vividly remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, even though he was released and lived until 2013. How can so many people share the same false memory? Could this be more than just a trick of the mind? Could it be evidence of shifts between dimensions where consciousness retains traces of alternate realities? To explore this idea, let's consider the possibility that the Mandela effect isn't about faulty memories at all, but rather about glimpses into parallel universes. According to some theories, our universe is just one of countless others, each with its own timeline and events. In these alternate realities, small details might differ, like the spelling of a brand name or the outcome of a historical event. When dimensional boundaries blur even slightly, our consciousness might tap into these alternate realities, bringing back fragments of memories that don't align with our current timeline. This raises an intriguing question. If consciousness can access memories from other dimensions, what does that say about the nature of reality itself? It suggests that our awareness isn't confined to a single universe, but is capable of traversing multiple planes of existence. The Mandela effect could be a sign that these dimensional shifts are happening more frequently than we realize, leaving behind subtle traces in our collective memory. But how does this connect to hidden dimensions of consciousness? If consciousness exists across multiple dimensions, it might act as a bridge between these parallel realities. When a dimensional shift occurs, our awareness could momentarily overlap with another version of reality, creating a kind of memory bleed. This would explain why so many people experience the same false memories. They're not false at all, but rather echoes of alternate timelines. This theory also opens the door to understanding other mysterious phenomena, like déjà vu or sudden flashes of insight. If consciousness is multidimensional, then these experiences might be glimpses into other realities or moments when our awareness briefly aligns with a different dimension. It's a fascinating perspective that blurs the line between memory, perception, and reality itself. As we reflect on the Mandela effect, it's worth considering how this phenomenon might reshape our understanding of consciousness and the universe. If our awareness can traverse dimensions, then the boundaries of reality are far more fluid than we've ever imagined. It's a reminder that the cosmos is full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered, and that our consciousness might hold the key to unlocking them. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to another captivating model of consciousness, the torus. How does this geometric shape represent the multidimensional nature of awareness? Let's dive in and find out. Now, let's explore a fascinating geometric model that might hold the key to understanding the multidimensional nature of consciousness, the torus. Picture a donut-shaped object where energy flows in a continuous loop, moving inward and outward in a dynamic, self-sustaining pattern. This shape, known as a torus, has been proposed as a powerful representation of how consciousness operates across multiple dimensions. The torus model suggests that consciousness isn't confined to a single point or plane, but exists in a fluid, interconnected state. Imagine your awareness as a field of energy, constantly expanding and contracting, much like the flow within a torus. This model aligns with the idea that consciousness isn't static but dynamic, capable of interacting with various dimensions simultaneously. One of the most intriguing aspects of the torus is its ability to balance opposing forces. Just as energy flows both inward and outward in a torus, consciousness might navigate between different states of awareness, waking life, dreams, and even higher dimensional experiences. This duality reflects the idea that our awareness isn't limited to the physical world, but extends into realms we're only beginning to understand. The torus model also offers a unique perspective on how consciousness might interact with the universe. If consciousness is shaped like a torus, it could serve as a bridge between dimensions, allowing information and energy to flow seamlessly between them. This could explain phenomena like intuition, where insights seem to come from beyond our immediate reality, or even moments of profound creativity, where ideas feel as though they're channeled from another plane of existence. Moreover, the torus model aligns with many ancient and modern spiritual traditions that describe consciousness as a universal, interconnected force. From the concept of the energy body in Eastern philosophies to the idea of a quantum field in modern physics, the torus provides a geometric framework that ties these ideas together. It suggests that consciousness isn't just a byproduct of the brain, but a fundamental aspect of the cosmos itself. As we consider the torus model, it's worth reflecting on how this shape might represent the true nature of our awareness. If consciousness exists in multiple dimensions simultaneously, then our understanding of reality must expand to include these hidden layers. The torus invites us to see consciousness not as a static entity, but as a dynamic, ever-evolving force that connects us to the deeper mysteries of the universe. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to another captivating aspect of consciousness, the role of fractals. How do these intricate patterns in nature reflect the multidimensional nature of awareness? Let's dive deeper and uncover the connections. Now, shifting our focus to the mesmerizing world of fractals, we uncover another layer of the multidimensional nature of consciousness. Fractals are intricate, repeating patterns found throughout nature, from the branching of trees and the spirals of galaxies to the delicate veins of a leaf. These self-similar patterns, where each part mirrors the whole, offer a profound metaphor for how consciousness might operate across multiple dimensions. At their core, fractals represent a kind of infinite complexity within finite boundaries. Just as a fractal pattern repeats itself at every scale, consciousness might also exist in a nested, interconnected structure. Imagine your awareness as a fractal, where each thought, emotion, or experience is a smaller reflection of a larger, unified whole. This suggests that consciousness isn't linear or confined, but exists in a web of interconnected layers, each influencing the other. One of the most striking parallels between fractals and consciousness lies in their shared characteristic of self-similarity. In nature, fractals demonstrate how a single pattern can manifest in countless forms, from the microscopic to the cosmic. Similarly, consciousness might exhibit this same quality, where individual experiences are microcosms of a greater, universal awareness. This idea aligns with theories that propose consciousness as a fundamental, pervasive force woven into the fabric of reality itself. Fractals also highlight the concept of infinite recursion, a pattern that repeats endlessly within itself. This mirrors the idea that consciousness might operate in a recursive manner, continuously reflecting and expanding upon itself. For instance, when we meditate or engage in deep introspection, we often experience layers of awareness unfolding, much like the infinite iterations of a fractal. This recursive nature could explain how consciousness evolves and adapts, constantly integrating new dimensions of experience. Moreover, fractals embody the balance between order and chaos, a duality that resonates deeply with the nature of consciousness. While fractals appear chaotic at first glance, they are governed by precise mathematical rules. Similarly, consciousness might navigate between structured, logical thought and the fluid, intuitive realms of creativity and insight. This interplay suggests that consciousness isn't bound by rigid frameworks, but thrives in the dynamic interplay of order and unpredictability. The fractal model also offers a compelling perspective on the interconnectedness of all things. Just as every part of a fractal is connected to the whole, consciousness might function as a vast, interconnected network, linking individual minds to a collective awareness. This idea echoes ancient philosophies and modern scientific theories alike, proposing that consciousness is not isolated but part of a greater, unified field. As we explore the role of fractals in consciousness, it's worth considering how these patterns might serve as a blueprint for understanding the multidimensional nature of awareness. If consciousness is fractal-like, then our perception of reality is just one iteration of an infinite, interconnected system. This invites us to see ourselves not as separate entities but as integral parts of a larger, ever-evolving whole. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to another fascinating theory, the unified field theory. How might this concept explain consciousness as a fundamental force connecting all dimensions? Let's delve deeper and uncover the connections. Now, let's venture into the realm of the unified field theory, a concept that seeks to bridge the gaps between the fundamental forces of the universe. At its heart, this theory proposes that all forces, gravity, electromagnetism, and the strong and weak nuclear forces, are interconnected manifestations of a single underlying field. But what if this unified field isn't just about physical forces? What if it also encompasses consciousness itself, acting as the glue that binds all dimensions together? Imagine consciousness as a fundamental force, much like gravity or electromagnetism, but operating on a deeper, more universal level. Just as gravity influences every object in the cosmos, consciousness might permeate every dimension, shaping reality in ways we're only beginning to understand. This idea suggests that consciousness isn't a byproduct of the brain, but a foundational aspect of the universe, woven into the very fabric of existence. One of the most intriguing aspects of the unified field theory is its potential to explain how consciousness interacts with hidden dimensions. If consciousness is a fundamental force, it could serve as a bridge between the dimensions we perceive and those that remain beyond our current understanding. This would mean that our awareness isn't confined to the three-dimensional world we experience, but extends into higher dimensional spaces where the rules of reality might be entirely different. Consider this: just as light can behave as both a particle and a wave, consciousness might also have dual properties, existing simultaneously in multiple dimensions. This duality could explain phenomena like intuition, déjà vu, or even near-death experiences, where individuals report glimpses of realities that defy conventional understanding. If consciousness is part of the unified field, these experiences might be moments when our awareness taps into higher dimensional information, revealing a deeper layer of reality. The unified field theory also offers a compelling framework for understanding the interconnectedness of all things. If consciousness is a fundamental force, it could explain how individual minds are linked to a collective awareness, much like how particles in a field influence one another. This interconnectedness might manifest in ways we're only beginning to explore, from telepathic communication to the shared experiences reported in moments of collective crisis or joy. Moreover, this theory aligns with ancient philosophical ideas that propose consciousness as the underlying essence of reality. From Eastern philosophies to modern scientific thought, the notion that everything is interconnected through a universal field of awareness has persisted across cultures and centuries. The unified field theory provides a scientific lens through which we might finally begin to understand these age-old insights. As we ponder the implications of consciousness as a fundamental force, it's worth considering how this idea might reshape our understanding of reality. If consciousness is woven into the unified field, then every thought, emotion, and experience could ripple across dimensions, influencing the fabric of existence in ways we're only beginning to comprehend. This perspective invites us to see ourselves not as isolated beings but as active participants in a vast, interconnected cosmos. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to another captivating theory: the role of black holes in consciousness. How might these cosmic phenomena serve as gateways to higher dimensions, and what could they reveal about the nature of awareness itself? Let's explore this fascinating connection next. Now, let's shift our gaze to the enigmatic giants of the cosmos: black holes. These mysterious regions of space-time where gravity is so intense that nothing, not even light, can escape, have long fascinated scientists and philosophers alike. But what if black holes are more than just cosmic vacuums? What if they serve as portals to higher dimensions where the very nature of consciousness takes on a different form? Imagine a black hole as a kind of cosmic doorway. While we often think of them as destructive forces, some theories propose that they might also be gateways to realms beyond our three-dimensional reality. In these higher dimensions, the rules of physics as we know them could be entirely different, and consciousness might operate in ways that are currently unimaginable to us. This idea suggests that black holes could be more than just physical phenomena. They might also be metaphysical bridges, connecting our familiar reality to dimensions where awareness exists in a fundamentally different state. One compelling theory is that black holes could act as conduits for consciousness to transcend its usual limitations. Just as matter is stretched and compressed as it approaches a black hole's event horizon, consciousness might also undergo a transformation, expanding into higher dimensional spaces. This could explain why black holes are often associated with profound mysteries and why they seem to defy our conventional understanding of reality. Perhaps they are not just endpoints but also starting points for new forms of awareness. Another intriguing possibility is that black holes might serve as repositories of information. According to the holographic principle, all the information that falls into a black hole is encoded on its surface like a cosmic hard drive. If consciousness is fundamentally tied to information, as some theories suggest, then black holes could be storing not just physical data but also the essence of awareness itself. This would mean that consciousness in some form could persist even within the depths of a black hole, waiting to be accessed or re-emerged in another dimension. Moreover, black holes might offer clues about the interconnectedness of consciousness across dimensions. If consciousness is a fundamental aspect of the universe, as we explored in the unified field theory, then black holes could be key nodes in a vast network of awareness. They might facilitate communication or transfer of consciousness between dimensions, acting as cosmic hubs where different layers of reality intersect. This idea aligns with the notion that black holes are not isolated anomalies but integral parts of a larger, multidimensional tapestry. As we ponder these possibilities, it's worth considering how black holes might influence our own consciousness. Could they be influencing our thoughts, dreams, or even our collective awareness in ways we don't yet understand? While this might sound like science fiction, it's a question that bridges the gap between the physical and the metaphysical, inviting us to explore the deeper connections between the cosmos and our inner worlds. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to another fascinating concept: the consciousness grid. How might a universal network of awareness connect all beings across dimensions, and what could this mean for our understanding of reality? Let's explore this idea next. Now, let's venture into the concept of the consciousness grid, a fascinating idea that suggests a universal network linking all conscious beings across dimensions. Imagine this grid as an invisible web stretching across the fabric of reality, connecting every form of awareness from the smallest microorganism to the most advanced civilizations in the cosmos. This grid isn't just a physical structure but a metaphysical one, serving as a bridge between dimensions and enabling communication that transcends the limits of space and time. At its core, the consciousness grid proposes that all forms of consciousness are interconnected, sharing a fundamental link that allows for the exchange of information, emotions, and even experiences. Think of it like the internet, but instead of data packets, it's thoughts and awareness flowing seamlessly across dimensions. This idea aligns with theories that suggest consciousness is a universal property, not confined to individual brains but woven into the very fabric of existence. One way to understand this grid is through the lens of quantum entanglement, where particles remain connected regardless of distance. If consciousness operates similarly, then every conscious being could be entangled with others across dimensions, creating a vast, interconnected network. This would mean that our thoughts and experiences might not be entirely our own, but could be influenced by or shared with other forms of awareness in ways we don't yet fully comprehend. The consciousness grid also raises intriguing possibilities about how dimensions interact. If this grid exists, it could serve as a medium for communication between beings in different dimensions, allowing for the exchange of ideas and knowledge that would otherwise be impossible. For instance, a being in a higher dimension might use the grid to send insights or guidance to those in lower dimensions, helping them evolve or solve complex challenges. This could explain phenomena like sudden bursts of inspiration, collective intuition, or even the feeling of being guided by a higher force. Moreover, the grid might play a role in the evolution of consciousness itself. As beings grow and expand their awareness, they could tap into this network, accessing higher levels of understanding and contributing their own experiences to the collective pool. This would create a dynamic, ever-evolving system where consciousness is not static but constantly growing, shaped by the contributions of all its participants. As we explore this idea, it's worth considering how the consciousness grid might influence our daily lives. Could it be the source of our empathy, our ability to connect with others on a deep level, or even our sense of unity with the universe? While these questions remain speculative, they invite us to think beyond the boundaries of our individual minds and consider the possibility that we are all part of something much larger, a cosmic tapestry of awareness woven together by the threads of the consciousness grid. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to another intriguing concept: the role of dreams in dimensional travel. How might our dreams serve as gateways to higher dimensions, and what could this mean for our understanding of reality? Let's explore this idea next. Now, let's shift our focus to the mysterious realm of dreams and their potential role in dimensional travel. Dreams have long fascinated humanity, often seen as windows into the subconscious or even glimpses of other realities. But what if dreams are more than just random images and stories? What if they are gateways to higher dimensions, allowing our consciousness to explore alternate realities beyond the confines of our waking world? Consider this: when we dream, our minds are free from the constraints of physical reality. Time and space behave differently, and the rules of logic often don't apply. This fluidity makes dreams a perfect candidate for dimensional exploration. Some theories suggest that during sleep, our consciousness detaches from the physical body and enters a state where it can access other dimensions. In this state, we might interact with beings, places, or even versions of ourselves that exist in these alternate realities. One way to think about this is through the lens of lucid dreaming, where the dreamer becomes aware they are dreaming and can sometimes control the dream's narrative. Lucid dreamers often report experiences that feel incredibly real, as if they've stepped into another world. Could this be evidence of dimensional travel? If so, it would mean that our consciousness has the ability to navigate these hidden dimensions, even if we're not fully aware of it in our waking lives. Another intriguing possibility is that dreams serve as a training ground for consciousness. Just as astronauts train in simulations before going to space, our dreams might prepare us for navigating higher dimensions. Through dreams, we could be learning how to process and interpret information from these alternate realities, gradually expanding our awareness and understanding of the multiverse. This idea also ties into the concept of the consciousness grid we discussed earlier. If all forms of consciousness are interconnected, then dreams might be a way for our individual awareness to tap into this universal network. During sleep, our consciousness could be accessing the grid, exchanging information with other beings across dimensions, and bringing back insights that influence our waking lives. This could explain why some dreams feel prophetic, or why we sometimes wake up with sudden clarity about a problem we've been struggling with. Of course, the nature of dreams remains largely mysterious, and much of this is speculative. But the idea that dreams could be gateways to higher dimensions opens up exciting possibilities for understanding the true nature of consciousness and reality. It challenges us to rethink what we know about the mind and its potential to explore realms beyond our everyday experience. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to another fascinating concept: the role of meditation in accessing higher dimensions. How might practices like meditation allow us to consciously explore these hidden realms? Let's explore this next. Now, let's explore how meditation might serve as a key to unlocking the doors to hidden dimensions. Meditation, a practice that has been used for thousands of years across cultures, is often associated with inner peace and self-awareness. But what if its benefits extend far beyond relaxation? What if meditation is a tool that allows us to consciously access higher dimensions of reality? When we meditate, we enter a state of altered consciousness. Our brainwaves slow down and the chatter of the mind begins to quiet. In this state, we become more attuned to subtle energies and frequencies that are usually drowned out by the noise of everyday life. Some theories suggest that these altered states of consciousness might allow us to tap into dimensions that exist beyond our ordinary perception. Imagine meditation as a tuning fork, helping us resonate with the vibrations of these hidden realms. One way to think about this is through the concept of the third eye, often associated with spiritual awakening and heightened perception. In many traditions, the third eye is believed to be a gateway to higher dimensions, allowing us to see beyond the physical world. Through meditation, we might activate this inner eye, gaining access to insights and experiences that transcend our usual understanding of reality. This could explain why meditators often report vivid visions, profound realizations, or a sense of connection to something greater than themselves. Another fascinating angle is the idea that meditation allows us to bypass the limitations of time and space. In deep meditative states, time can feel distorted. Minutes might feel like hours, or hours might pass in what feels like moments. This fluidity mirrors the way time behaves in higher dimensions, where it's not a linear progression but a more flexible, multidimensional construct. Could meditation be a way for our consciousness to step outside the confines of our three-dimensional reality and explore these timeless realms? Meditation also aligns with the concept of the consciousness grid we've discussed earlier. When we meditate, we might be tuning into this universal network, connecting with other forms of consciousness across dimensions. This could explain why some meditators feel a profound sense of unity or oneness with the universe. They might be tapping into a shared awareness that exists beyond the boundaries of individual experience. Of course, like dreams, the full potential of meditation remains a mystery. But the idea that it could be a gateway to higher dimensions is both intriguing and empowering. It suggests that we have the ability to explore these hidden realms not just passively, but consciously and intentionally. Through meditation, we might be able to expand our awareness, deepen our understanding of reality, and even connect with other dimensions in ways we're only beginning to imagine. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to another powerful tool for exploring hidden dimensions: the role of psychedelics. How might these substances open portals to higher realms of consciousness? Let's dive into this next. Now, let's shift our focus to a topic that has fascinated scientists, spiritual seekers, and curious minds alike: the role of psychedelics in dimensional exploration. Psychedelics, substances known for their profound effects on perception and consciousness, have been used for centuries in various cultures for spiritual and healing purposes. But what if these substances do more than just alter our perception of reality? What if they act as keys, unlocking doors to dimensions that lie beyond our ordinary awareness? When someone takes a psychedelic substance, their brain undergoes significant changes. Neural pathways that don't typically communicate start firing together, creating a state of hyperconnectivity. This altered state of consciousness can lead to experiences that feel otherworldly: vivid visuals, a sense of timelessness, and even encounters with entities or realms that seem to exist outside our physical reality. Some researchers believe that these experiences might not just be hallucinations, but glimpses into higher dimensions. One way to understand this is through the concept of the default mode network, a part of the brain responsible for our sense of self and everyday thinking. Psychedelics temporarily quiet this network, allowing the mind to break free from its usual patterns. In this state, the boundaries between self and the external world blur, and the mind becomes more open to exploring alternate realities. It's as if the walls of our three-dimensional world dissolve, revealing a multidimensional landscape that's always been there, just out of reach. Many who have experienced psychedelics report feeling a profound connection to the universe, as if they've tapped into a shared consciousness that transcends individual existence. This aligns with theories we've discussed earlier, like the consciousness grid, suggesting that these substances might allow us to access a universal network of awareness. In this state, time and space can feel fluid, mirroring the way they behave in higher dimensions. Minutes might stretch into eternity, or vast distances might collapse into a single point, reflecting the nonlinear nature of these hidden realms. Another intriguing aspect is the recurring theme of encountering entities or intelligences during psychedelic experiences. Some describe these beings as guides, teachers, or even manifestations of higher dimensional consciousness. Could these encounters be evidence of communication with dimensions beyond our own? While this idea remains speculative, it raises fascinating questions about the nature of reality and the potential for interdimensional interaction. Of course, the use of psychedelics is not without controversy or risk. These substances can be unpredictable, and their effects vary widely from person to person. Yet, their potential to expand our understanding of consciousness and reality is undeniable. They challenge us to rethink the limits of human perception and consider the possibility that our universe is far more complex and interconnected than we've ever imagined. As we continue to explore the mysteries of consciousness and hidden dimensions, let's turn our attention to another fascinating tool: sound and frequency. How might these elements interact with our awareness to reveal the unseen dimensions of reality? Let's dive into this next. Now, let's tune into a fascinating dimension of our exploration: sound and frequency. These invisible forces surround us every day, shaping our experiences in ways we often overlook. But what if sound and frequency are more than just vibrations in the air? What if they hold the key to unlocking hidden dimensions of consciousness? Sound has been used for millennia as a tool for healing, meditation, and spiritual connection. From the rhythmic drumming of ancient rituals to the resonant tones of Tibetan singing bowls, sound has the power to alter our state of mind and perception. But how does this work? At its core, sound is a wave, a vibration that travels through space, carrying energy and information. When these vibrations interact with our bodies and minds, they can create profound shifts in our awareness. One way to think about this is through the concept of resonance. Every object, including our bodies, has a natural frequency at which it vibrates. When external sounds match these frequencies, they can amplify or alter our internal states. For example, certain frequencies are known to induce relaxation, while others can stimulate focus or even altered states of consciousness. This phenomenon suggests that sound might act as a bridge, connecting us to dimensions of reality that are normally beyond our perception. Consider the idea of binaural beats, a technique where two slightly different frequencies are played in each ear. The brain perceives a third tone known as the binaural beat, which can influence brainwave activity. Studies have shown that binaural beats can help induce states of deep meditation, heightened creativity, or even lucid dreaming. Could these altered states be glimpses into higher dimensions? Some researchers believe that by synchronizing our brainwaves with specific frequencies, we might be able to access realms of consciousness that are typically hidden from us. Another intriguing aspect is the role of sound in sacred spaces. Many ancient temples and structures were designed with acoustics in mind, creating environments where sound could resonate in specific ways. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for instance, is said to have chambers that amplify certain frequencies, potentially enhancing spiritual experiences. These architectural marvels suggest that our ancestors understood the profound connection between sound, consciousness, and the unseen dimensions of reality. But sound isn't just about what we hear, it's also about what we feel. Infrasound, or sound waves below the range of human hearing, can still affect us physically and emotionally. Some researchers speculate that infrasound might play a role in experiences often attributed to the paranormal, such as feelings of unease or the sensation of being watched. Could these subtle vibrations be interacting with our consciousness in ways that reveal hidden dimensions? As we explore the interplay between sound, frequency, and consciousness, it's clear that these elements hold immense potential for expanding our understanding of reality. They challenge us to listen more deeply, not just with our ears, but with our entire being. And as we continue this journey, let's turn our attention to another fundamental force that shapes our perception of the universe: light. How might it illuminate the hidden dimensions of consciousness? Let's find out. Now, let's shift our focus to another fundamental force that shapes our reality: light. While we often think of light as something we see, it's much more than that. Light is a form of energy, a wave, and a particle carrying information across the universe. But what if light also plays a role in connecting consciousness to hidden dimensions? Could it be a bridge between the physical and the unseen? Light has long been associated with enlightenment and awareness. In many spiritual traditions, light symbolizes higher knowledge, clarity, and the divine. But beyond symbolism, there's a growing body of research suggesting that light might have a direct influence on our consciousness. For instance, studies on the effects of light therapy show that specific wavelengths can impact mood, sleep patterns, and even cognitive function. This raises the question: if light can affect our mental states, could it also help us access deeper layers of awareness? One fascinating theory is that light interacts with our brainwaves, much like sound does. Just as binaural beats can synchronize brain activity, certain frequencies of light might also influence our neural patterns. This idea is supported by research into photobiomodulation, where light is used to stimulate brain cells and enhance mental performance. Could this mean that light, when tuned to the right frequencies, might open doorways to higher dimensions of consciousness? Another intriguing angle is the concept of biophotons, tiny particles of light emitted by living organisms. Some scientists believe that these biophotons might play a role in cellular communication and even consciousness itself. If our bodies are constantly emitting and absorbing light, could this be a way for us to connect with the broader fabric of reality? Some theorists suggest that biophotons might act as a kind of quantum network, linking our consciousness to the universe's hidden dimensions. Then there's the idea of light as a carrier of information. In quantum physics, light particles or photons are known to exhibit strange behaviors such as entanglement, where two particles remain connected regardless of distance. Could this phenomenon extend to consciousness? If light can carry information across vast distances instantaneously, might it also serve as a medium for consciousness to transcend the limits of space and time? Ancient cultures seem to grasp the profound connection between light and consciousness. Many sacred sites like Stonehenge and the temples of Egypt were designed to align with the movements of the sun and stars. These structures suggest that our ancestors understood light as more than just a physical phenomenon. It was a gateway to the divine, a tool for accessing higher states of awareness. As we explore the role of light in consciousness, it's clear that this fundamental force holds immense potential for expanding our understanding of reality. It challenges us to see light not just as something we observe, but as something that might illuminate the hidden dimensions of our existence. And as we continue this journey, let's turn our attention to another fascinating aspect of consciousness, the role of geometry. How might the shapes and patterns of the universe reveal deeper truths about our awareness? Let's find out. Now, let's step into the fascinating world of shapes and patterns where geometry meets consciousness. Sacred geometry, the study of geometric forms and their spiritual significance, has been revered for centuries as a way to understand the deeper structures of reality. But could these shapes also hold the key to unlocking the mysteries of consciousness itself? At its core, sacred geometry explores the idea that certain shapes and patterns are fundamental to the fabric of the universe. Think of the Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio, or the intricate designs found in nature, from the spirals of galaxies to the symmetry of a snowflake. These patterns aren't just visually pleasing, they seem to reflect an underlying order, a kind of universal blueprint. And if the universe is built on these geometric principles, could our consciousness be shaped by them too? One compelling theory suggests that sacred geometry acts as a bridge between the physical and the metaphysical. For example, the flower of life, a complex geometric pattern found in ancient cultures around the world, is often seen as a symbol of creation and interconnectedness. Some believe that meditating on this pattern can align our consciousness with the fundamental energies of the universe, allowing us to tap into higher states of awareness. It's as if these shapes are a language, a way for the universe to communicate its deepest truths. Another intriguing idea is that our brains might be wired to resonate with geometric patterns. Studies have shown that certain shapes, like fractals, can have a calming effect on the mind, reducing stress and enhancing focus. This suggests that geometry isn't just something we observe, it's something we experience. Could it be that these patterns are embedded in our consciousness, acting as a kind of internal compass that guides us toward harmony and balance? Then there's the concept of geometric codes, hidden patterns that might govern the flow of energy and information in the universe. Some theorists propose that consciousness itself operates through these codes, using geometry as a framework to process and organize reality. Imagine consciousness as a kind of hologram, with geometric shapes serving as the building blocks of perception. This would mean that every thought, every experience is shaped by these underlying patterns. Ancient civilizations seem to understand this connection intuitively. From the pyramids of Egypt to the mandalas of Hinduism and Buddhism, sacred geometry has been used as a tool for spiritual exploration and transformation. These structures weren't just architectural marvels, they were designed to align with cosmic energies, helping individuals access higher dimensions of consciousness. It's as if these cultures knew that geometry wasn't just about shapes, it was about the very essence of existence. As we explore the role of geometry in consciousness, it becomes clear that these patterns are more than just mathematical curiosities. They might be the key to understanding how consciousness operates across multiple dimensions, connecting us to the deeper layers of reality. And as we continue this journey, let's turn our attention to another intriguing aspect of consciousness, the role of DNA. Could our genetic code hold the secrets to accessing hidden dimensions of awareness? Let's find out. Now, let's shift our focus to something closer to home, our very own DNA. Could the genetic code that defines who we are also hold the key to unlocking higher dimensions of consciousness? This theory suggests that our DNA isn't just a blueprint for our physical bodies. It might also be a gateway to realms beyond our everyday perception. At the heart of this idea is the concept that DNA operates on multiple levels. While we know it carries the instructions for building and maintaining our bodies, some researchers propose that it might also function as a kind of antenna, tuning into frequencies and energies that exist in higher dimensions. Imagine your DNA as a receiver, picking up signals from dimensions we can't yet see or fully understand. This would mean that our genetic code isn't just about biology, it's about connecting us to a much larger, multidimensional reality. One fascinating angle is the idea of junk DNA. Scientists once thought that large portions of our DNA served no purpose, but recent discoveries suggest that these so-called non-coding regions might play a crucial role in regulating gene expression and even influencing consciousness. Some theorists believe that this junk DNA could contain hidden codes instructions for accessing higher states of awareness or even interacting with other dimensions. It's as if our DNA is a library filled with books we've only just begun to read. Another intriguing possibility is that DNA might act as a bridge between the physical and the metaphysical. Just as sacred geometry is thought to connect us to universal patterns, DNA could be a biological counterpart, linking our physical form to the energetic fabric of the cosmos. Some even suggest that DNA emits its own light, a phenomenon known as biophoton emission, which could be a way for our cells to communicate with higher dimensional energies. This would mean that our bodies are not just vessels for consciousness, they are active participants in a multidimensional dance. Ancient cultures seem to have an intuitive understanding of this connection. For example, the double helix structure of DNA bears a striking resemblance to the caduceus, a symbol used in ancient Greece and Egypt to represent healing and spiritual awakening. Could this be more than a coincidence? Some believe that these ancient symbols were attempts to encode knowledge about the multidimensional nature of consciousness, passed down through the ages. As we explore the role of DNA in dimensional awareness, it's clear that our genetic code might be far more complex and mysterious than we've ever imagined. It's not just about who we are, it's about what we could become. And as we continue this journey, let's turn our attention to another powerful tool for accessing hidden dimensions: intuition. How might our inner knowing guide us through the unseen layers of reality? Let's find out. Now, let's explore a fascinating aspect of our inner world: intuition. Often described as a gut feeling or a sudden flash of insight, intuition might be more than just a psychological phenomenon. Could it be a tool for perceiving hidden dimensions of consciousness? This theory suggests that intuition is not just random, it's a way for our minds to tap into information that exists beyond our ordinary senses. Think of intuition as a kind of internal compass, guiding us through decisions and experiences in ways that logic alone cannot explain. Some researchers propose that this sixth sense might be connected to higher dimensions, allowing us to access knowledge or awareness that isn't bound by time or space. For example, have you ever had a strong feeling about something that later turned out to be true, even though there was no logical reason to believe it at the time? This could be your intuition picking up on subtle signals from dimensions beyond our everyday perception. One way to understand this is through the concept of quantum entanglement, where particles can influence each other instantaneously, no matter how far apart they are. If consciousness operates on a similar principle, intuition might be the result of our minds being entangled with higher dimensional realities. In other words, what feels like a hunch or a sudden knowing could actually be a glimpse into a larger, interconnected web of consciousness. Another intriguing idea is that intuition might be linked to the collective consciousness, a shared pool of knowledge and awareness that exists across all beings. When we tap into our intuition, we might be accessing this collective wisdom, drawing on insights and experiences that go beyond our individual lives. This would mean that intuition isn't just personal, it's universal, connecting us to a deeper, multidimensional understanding of reality. Ancient traditions have long recognized the power of intuition. Practices like meditation, mindfulness, and even certain forms of divination were designed to quiet the mind and open the door to intuitive insights. These methods might work by aligning our consciousness with higher frequencies, allowing us to perceive information that's normally hidden. In this way, intuition could be seen as a bridge between the physical world and the unseen dimensions that surround us. As we consider the role of intuition in dimensional perception, it's clear that this inner knowing is more than just a feeling. It's a powerful tool for navigating the complexities of existence. Whether it's guiding us through life's challenges or offering glimpses into the mysteries of the universe, intuition reminds us that there's more to reality than meets the eye. And as we continue this journey, let's turn our attention to another profound aspect of consciousness, the collective. How might our shared awareness connect us across dimensions? Let's find out. Now, let's shift our focus to a concept that ties together many of the ideas we've explored so far, the role of collective consciousness. Imagine a vast, interconnected web of awareness that spans not just our world, but all dimensions of existence. This is the idea of collective consciousness, a shared pool of knowledge, emotions, and experiences that connects every living being. But how does this shared awareness operate across dimensions, and what does it mean for our understanding of reality? At its core, collective consciousness suggests that we are not isolated individuals, but rather parts of a larger, unified whole. Think of it like a cosmic internet where every mind is a node contributing to and drawing from a universal network of information. This network isn't limited by physical boundaries. It extends into higher dimensions where time and space as we know them may not apply. In this way, collective consciousness could be the glue that binds all dimensions together, creating a seamless flow of awareness across the multiverse. One way to visualize this is through the concept of resonance. Just as sound waves can synchronize and amplify each other, our thoughts and emotions might resonate with those of others, creating a shared field of consciousness. This resonance could extend beyond our three-dimensional reality, tapping into higher dimensional frequencies that carry information and insights we can't perceive with our ordinary senses. When we feel a sudden connection to someone or a deep sense of unity with the world around us, it might be because our consciousness is aligning with this higher dimensional field. Another fascinating aspect of collective consciousness is its potential role in evolution. Some theories propose that as humanity evolves, our awareness of this shared field grows stronger, allowing us to access greater wisdom and creativity. This could explain why certain ideas or innovations seem to emerge simultaneously in different parts of the world, as if they were plucked from a universal source. It's as though collective consciousness acts as a kind of cosmic library, storing the collective knowledge of all beings and making it available to those who are attuned to its frequencies. Ancient cultures have long recognized the power of collective consciousness. Practices like group meditation, prayer, and ritual were designed to amplify this shared awareness, creating a sense of unity and purpose that transcended individual experience. Modern science is also beginning to explore this idea, with studies suggesting that group consciousness can influence physical reality, from the behavior of subatomic particles to the outcomes of social events. This hints at the possibility that collective consciousness isn't just a philosophical concept, it's a fundamental force that shapes the fabric of reality itself. As we consider the role of collective consciousness across dimensions, It's clear that this shared awareness is more than just a metaphor, it's a profound truth about the nature of existence. Whether it's guiding us toward greater unity, inspiring breakthroughs in science and art, or connecting us to the mysteries of the universe, collective consciousness reminds us that we are all part of something much larger than ourselves. And as we move forward, let's explore another intriguing dimension of this interconnected reality: the role of near-death experiences. What might these profound moments reveal about the hidden dimensions of consciousness? Let's find out. Now, let's turn our attention to a phenomenon that has fascinated scientists, philosophers, and spiritual seekers alike: near-death experiences. These profound moments, often described as life-altering, might offer us a rare window into the hidden dimensions of consciousness. What happens when the boundary between life and death becomes blurred, and what can these experiences tell us about the nature of reality beyond our physical world? Near-death experiences, or ND, are reported by individuals who have come close to death or have been clinically dead before being revived. Many describe vivid sensations of leaving their bodies, moving through tunnels of light, encountering beings of immense love and wisdom, or even glimpsing what feels like a higher reality. These accounts, while deeply personal, share striking similarities across cultures and backgrounds, suggesting that they might point to something universal, a dimension of consciousness that exists beyond the limits of our everyday perception. One of the most intriguing aspects of NDs is the sense of expanded awareness that often accompanies them. People report feeling more connected to the universe, as if their consciousness has merged with a greater whole. This aligns with the idea that consciousness isn't confined to the brain, but is instead a fundamental aspect of the cosmos, capable of transcending physical boundaries. In this view, near-death experiences might be moments when the veil between dimensions is lifted, allowing individuals to perceive realities that are normally hidden from us. Some researchers propose that NDs could be evidence of consciousness operating in higher dimensions. For example, the sensation of moving through a tunnel or encountering a bright light might reflect a transition into a different dimensional space, where time and space behave differently than in our three-dimensional world. The beings encountered during these experiences could be manifestations of higher dimensional entities, guiding or communicating with the individual in ways that transcend ordinary understanding. Another compelling aspect of NDs is the life-changing impact they often have on those who experience them. Many return with a profound sense of purpose, a deeper understanding of interconnectedness, and a diminished fear of death. This transformation suggests that near-death experiences might serve as a kind of initiation into a broader awareness of existence, one that includes not just our physical reality, but also the hidden dimensions of consciousness. It's as if these moments act as a bridge, connecting us to a deeper truth about who we are and where we come from. Skeptics often argue that NDs can be explained by physiological processes in the brain, such as oxygen deprivation or the release of certain chemicals. While these explanations account for some aspects of the experience, they don't fully address the transformative and often transcendent nature of NDs. The consistency of these experiences across different individuals and cultures suggests that there might be more to them than just brain activity. Could they be glimpses into a higher dimensional reality where consciousness exists independently of the physical body? As we explore the role of near-death experiences in understanding consciousness, it's clear that these moments challenge our conventional understanding of life and death. They invite us to consider the possibility that consciousness is not bound by the physical world, but is instead a multidimensional phenomenon, capable of existing beyond the limits of time and space. Whether viewed as spiritual awakenings, scientific mysteries, or both, NDs remind us that there is much more to existence than meets the eye. With this in mind, let's move forward to another fascinating dimension of consciousness: astral projection. How does the ability to consciously leave the body and explore other realms fit into our understanding of hidden dimensions? Let's dive in. Now, let's shift our focus to a phenomenon that has intrigued mystics, scientists, and curious minds for centuries: astral projection. This extraordinary experience, often described as the conscious separation of the mind or soul from the physical body, opens up fascinating possibilities about the nature of consciousness and its ability to traverse hidden dimensions. What if our awareness isn't confined to our physical form? What if we can explore other realms, dimensions, or realities beyond the limits of our everyday perception? Astral projection, also known as an out-of-body experience, occurs when individuals report feeling as though their consciousness has left their physical body, allowing them to travel freely through space, time, or even alternate dimensions. These experiences often involve vivid sensations of floating, flying, or moving through environments that feel just as real as the physical world. Some describe encountering otherworldly landscapes, meeting entities, or even visiting places that exist beyond the boundaries of our known universe. But what does this mean for our understanding of consciousness? One compelling theory suggests that astral projection might be a form of dimensional travel, where consciousness temporarily shifts into a higher dimensional space. In this view, the physical body remains anchored in our three-dimensional reality, while the mind or soul ventures into realms that are normally inaccessible. This aligns with the idea that consciousness is not limited by the constraints of the physical world, but is instead a multidimensional phenomenon, capable of existing and operating beyond the boundaries of time and space. The experiences reported during astral projection often share striking similarities with those described in near-death experiences, such as encounters with beings of light, feelings of profound peace, or a sense of expanded awareness. This overlap raises intriguing questions about the nature of these phenomena. Could astral projection and near-death experiences both be glimpses into the same hidden dimensions of consciousness? Could they represent different ways of accessing a reality that exists beyond our ordinary perception? Some researchers propose that astral projection might be a natural ability of the human mind, one that has been suppressed or forgotten in modern times. Ancient cultures and spiritual traditions around the world have long described practices and techniques for achieving out-of-body states, suggesting that this phenomenon has been a part of human experience for millennia. These traditions often view astral projection as a means of exploring the deeper layers of existence, connecting with higher realms, or gaining insights into the nature of reality. From a scientific perspective, astral projection remains a controversial topic. While some studies have explored the neurological and psychological aspects of out-of-body experiences, the idea of consciousness traveling beyond the physical body challenges our current understanding of the brain and its functions. Skeptics argue that these experiences could be the result of vivid dreams, hallucinations, or altered states of consciousness. However, the consistency and depth of astral projection accounts suggest that there might be more to this phenomenon than meets the eye. What makes astral projection particularly fascinating is its potential to bridge the gap between science and spirituality. If consciousness can indeed travel beyond the physical body, it could provide evidence for the existence of hidden dimensions and the multidimensional nature of reality. It also raises profound questions about the nature of the self. Are we merely physical beings, or is there a deeper, more expansive aspect of our existence that transcends the material world? As we explore the role of astral projection in understanding consciousness, it's clear that this phenomenon challenges our conventional views of reality. It invites us to consider the possibility that our awareness is not confined to the physical body, but is instead a dynamic, multidimensional force capable of exploring realms beyond our everyday experience. Whether viewed as a spiritual practice, a scientific mystery, or both, astral projection reminds us that the boundaries of existence are far more fluid and mysterious than we often assume. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to another intriguing aspect of consciousness: the knowledge and practices of ancient civilizations. How did they perceive hidden dimensions, and what can their wisdom teach us about the nature of reality? Let's explore this next. Now, let's journey back in time to uncover the mysteries of ancient civilizations and their profound understanding of hidden dimensions and consciousness. Across the globe, from the pyramids of Egypt to the temples of Mesoamerica, ancient cultures left behind clues that suggest they possessed knowledge far beyond what we might expect. Could they have had insights into the multidimensional nature of reality that we are only beginning to grasp today? One of the most fascinating aspects of ancient civilizations is their architectural precision and alignment with celestial events. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, is not only a marvel of engineering but also aligns with extraordinary accuracy to the cardinal directions and specific stars. Some researchers propose that this alignment reflects an understanding of cosmic energies and dimensions that modern science is still exploring. Could these structures have been designed as portals or gateways to higher dimensions, allowing access to realms beyond our physical reality? Similarly, the ancient Mayans and their intricate calendar systems suggest a deep awareness of time and its multidimensional nature. The Mayan long count calendar, which spans thousands of years, is often interpreted as a tool for understanding cycles of consciousness and the evolution of human awareness. Some theories suggest that the Mayans may have had knowledge of alternate timelines or dimensions, using their calendars to navigate and predict shifts in reality. In India, the ancient texts known as the Vedas describe concepts that resonate strikingly with modern theories of consciousness and hidden dimensions. The idea of the Akashic records, a cosmic library of all knowledge and experiences, is often linked to higher dimensional realms. The Vedas also speak of the subtle body, a non-physical aspect of the self that exists beyond the material world, echoing the idea of consciousness transcending physical boundaries. The ancient Egyptians, too, left behind symbols and texts that hint at their understanding of multidimensional existence. The concept of the Duat, a realm traversed by the soul after death, is often interpreted as a higher dimensional space where consciousness continues to exist. The intricate rituals and practices surrounding death and the afterlife suggest that the Egyptians believed in the continuity of consciousness beyond the physical body, much like the theories we've explored earlier. What's particularly intriguing is the consistency of these ideas across different cultures and time periods. From the shamanic traditions of indigenous peoples to the philosophical teachings of ancient Greece, there is a recurring theme of hidden dimensions and the multidimensional nature of consciousness. These civilizations may not have used the same language or frameworks as modern science, but their insights into the nature of reality often align with contemporary theories. Some researchers argue that ancient civilizations may have had access to advanced technologies or spiritual practices that allowed them to perceive and interact with hidden dimensions. The use of sacred geometry, for example, is found in many ancient cultures and is believed to reflect the underlying structure of the universe. Could these geometric patterns be a key to unlocking higher dimensional spaces? As we reflect on the wisdom of ancient civilizations, it's clear that their understanding of consciousness and hidden dimensions offers valuable insights for our modern exploration of these concepts. Their knowledge challenges us to consider that the boundaries of reality may be far more fluid and interconnected than we currently understand. By studying their practices and beliefs, we may find clues that help us unlock the mysteries of consciousness and its relationship to the universe. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to the role of modern technology in uncovering the secrets of hidden dimensions. How are today's advancements helping us explore the frontiers of consciousness and reality? Let's dive into this next. Now, as we step into the realm of modern innovation, let's explore how cutting-edge technology is opening doors to the mysteries of hidden dimensions and consciousness. In recent years, advancements in science and technology have provided us with tools that were once the stuff of science fiction, allowing us to probe deeper into the nature of reality than ever before. One of the most exciting developments is the use of quantum computers. These powerful machines operate on principles that defy classical physics, harnessing the strange behaviors of particles at the quantum level. Some researchers believe that quantum computing could help us simulate and understand higher dimensional spaces, offering insights into how consciousness might operate beyond our three-dimensional reality. Could these computers act as bridges, allowing us to glimpse into dimensions that were previously inaccessible? Another groundbreaking area is brain imaging technology. Devices like functional magnetic resonance imaging, or fMRI, and electroencephalography, or EEG, have revolutionized our ability to study the brain and its connection to consciousness. By mapping neural activity, scientists are uncovering how the brain processes information and how consciousness emerges from complex networks of neurons. Some theories suggest that these technologies might one day help us detect subtle shifts in consciousness that could indicate interactions with hidden dimensions. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is also playing a pivotal role in this exploration. Machine learning algorithms are being used to analyze vast amounts of data, identifying patterns that might reveal the presence of higher dimensional phenomena. For example, AI is being employed to study cosmic microwave background radiation, the faint afterglow of the Big Bang, for anomalies that could hint at the existence of extra dimensions. Could AI become a key tool in decoding the multidimensional fabric of the universe? Virtual reality, or VR, offers another fascinating avenue. By creating immersive digital environments, VR allows us to simulate experiences that mimic the perception of alternate realities. Some researchers are using VR to study how the brain interprets and interacts with these artificial worlds, providing clues about how consciousness might navigate higher dimensional spaces. Could VR serve as a training ground for exploring the boundaries of our perception? Even particle accelerators like the Large Hadron Collider are contributing to this quest. By smashing particles together at incredible speeds, scientists hope to uncover evidence of extra dimensions predicted by theories like string theory. While these experiments focus on the physical realm, their findings could have profound implications for our understanding of consciousness and its potential connection to hidden dimensions. As we harness these technologies, it's important to consider the ethical and philosophical questions they raise. How do we ensure that our exploration of hidden dimensions respects the boundaries of human understanding? And what does it mean for our sense of self if we discover that consciousness extends beyond the physical world? Modern technology is not just a tool for discovery, it's a lens through which we can reimagine the nature of reality itself. By pushing the boundaries of what we know, we may uncover truths about consciousness and the universe that were once thought to be beyond our reach. As we continue to innovate, the line between science and the mystical may blur, revealing a deeper connection between technology and the mysteries of existence. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to the final piece of the puzzle, the role of human evolution in shaping our awareness of hidden dimensions. How might our journey as a species lead us to a greater understanding of consciousness and the universe? Let's explore this next. Now, as we reach the culmination of our journey through these 30 theories, let's consider the profound role human evolution might play in our understanding of hidden dimensions and consciousness. Over millennia, our species has undergone remarkable transformations, not just physically but also in our cognitive and perceptual abilities. Could it be that evolution is steering us toward a deeper awareness of the unseen layers of reality? One compelling idea is that our brains are evolving to process more complex information, potentially allowing us to perceive dimensions beyond the three we currently experience. As our neural networks grow more sophisticated, some theorists suggest that we might develop the capacity to sense or interact with higher dimensional spaces. This could explain why certain individuals report experiences that seem to transcend ordinary reality, such as heightened intuition or moments of profound interconnectedness. Another perspective ties human evolution to the development of collective consciousness. As societies grow more interconnected through technology and shared knowledge, we may be moving toward a unified awareness that transcends individual minds. This collective shift could act as a bridge, enabling us to tap into dimensions of consciousness that were previously inaccessible. Imagine a future where humanity, as a whole, becomes attuned to the subtle vibrations of the universe, unlocking secrets that lie beyond our current understanding. Interestingly, some researchers propose that evolution isn't just a biological process but also a spiritual one. As we evolve, our consciousness might expand to encompass not only the physical world but also the metaphysical. This could mean that our journey as a species is leading us toward a state of heightened awareness, where the boundaries between dimensions blur and we begin to perceive the universe in its full multidimensional glory. Of course, this raises important questions about the future of humanity. If evolution is indeed guiding us toward greater awareness, what does this mean for our role in the cosmos? Could we become active participants in shaping the fabric of reality rather than passive observers? And how might this shift influence our relationships, our societies, and our understanding of existence itself? As we reflect on these possibilities, it's clear that human evolution is not just a story of the past but a roadmap to the future. By continuing to explore, innovate, and expand our consciousness, we may unlock the mysteries of hidden dimensions and discover our true place in the universe. This journey of evolution is far from over. It's an ongoing process, one that invites us to grow, adapt, and embrace the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. With this in mind, let's bring our exploration to a close, weaving together the threads of these 30 theories into a tapestry of wonder and insight. What does it all mean for us, and how can we apply these ideas to our lives? Let's find out as we conclude this extraordinary journey. As we bring this exploration to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible journey we've taken through these 30 theories about the universe's hidden dimensions and consciousness. From the holographic universe to the role of human evolution, each theory offers a unique lens through which we can glimpse the profound interconnectedness of all things. Whether it's the idea that our consciousness shapes reality, the possibility of parallel minds across dimensions, or the notion that ancient civilizations might have known more than we realize, one thing is clear: the universe is far more mysterious and multidimensional than we often assume. These theories remind us that consciousness isn't just a byproduct of the brain. It's a fundamental force that may bridge the gap between the physical and the metaphysical. Hidden dimensions, whether they exist as higher planes of reality or as yet undiscovered aspects of quantum physics, seem to hold the key to understanding the true nature of existence. And as we continue to evolve, both as individuals and as a species, we may find ourselves unlocking these secrets in ways we can't yet imagine. So, what does all of this mean for you? How might these ideas change the way you see yourself, the world, and your place in the cosmos? The beauty of these theories lies in their ability to spark curiosity and inspire us to look beyond the surface of reality. They invite us to question, to explore, and to dream. As we wrap up, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Which of these theories resonated with you the most? Do you believe consciousness and hidden dimensions are connected? Or do you have your own ideas about how the universe works? Share your insights in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going. And if you enjoyed this journey through the mysteries of the cosmos, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an exploration into the unknown. The universe is vast and the adventure is just beginning. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep dreaming.